Well, in 2003, her death sparked controversy from humanitarian groups around the world when she was killed by a bulldozer in Gaza. 7 years later, Rachel Corries' family may finally find a little closure here. Next week, several witnesses will testify in a trial against the Israeli Defense Ministry. Craig Corrie is Rachel's father and joins me now. Mr. Corrie, your daughter died tragically 7 years ago. Talk to me about why it's taken so long for this trial to happen.
Well, we filed the suit 5 years ago, and it does seem like a long time. Throughout all that time, our family has been working really hard to find justice in any manner of ways. So we worked with the State Department originally. We've gone to the Israeli government. Originally, we wanted a thorough, credible, and transparent investigation. That was promised by Prime Minister Sharon to President Bush the day after Rachel was killed. And it's our government's position that that has never happened. So we hoped that that would happen by Israel. We hoped that that an investigation into Rachel's killing would happen from the United States, and that the United States would carry out such an investigation. Unfortunately, our Justice Department has refused to do that. And so the only avenue left to us is to file a civil lawsuit. And of course, that's pretty limited in a way about what that can do. But it just took it a long time to wind through the courts. For one thing, the Knesset, the Israeli parliament, passed a law shortly after we filed the suit that said that nobody could bring a suit against the Israeli military if alleging that there had been some harm if it was done in a zone of conflict. And the Israeli government reserved the right to say where a zone of conflict was until, I believe it was 6 months after you filed the suit. And they made that retroactive to fall of 2000. So that particular law had to go up through their Supreme Court and then allow our suit to go forward. So it has taken a long time. It's very frustrating. But at least now maybe we can present our evidence in a place where at least it'll be looked at, and we'll see where it goes from here.
What are your expectations here? I mean, what do you expect, and also what do you hope to see once this trial is completed?
You know, it's hard to say what to expect or hope for. What I demand is justice. And so what we want is the thorough, credible, and transparent investigation. We can't do that, but we can at least put forward what our witnesses have seen. We can try to get some of their witnesses when they bring them forward and talk about it, so we can at least look at what happened that day and some of the surrounding things after that. There are a lot of questions that we've had. We hope to get evidence from the IDF. It was my understanding that the Israeli Defense Force, or what I call the IDF, would be forced to give us all the evidence they had about Rachel's killing when we filed. And there is evidence that we're sure of, that we can see in some reports that we have, that they've looked at evidence that we still don't have. And I would still like to see that, of course. So our prime motivation is to get information, and through that information to try to work for some accountability. Accountability is so hard here. You know, when you look at what happened to our friends in Gaza again a year ago, and there still has been no independent investigation into that, and Israel blocks that. You know, you wish that they'd be open about it, because as our daughter Sarah says, Rachel's older sister, you want to believe anything except that somebody murdered your daughter. And we don't say murder. We want the evidence. But if somebody keeps saying, don't investigate us, don't look, because we're so honest, you know, that's the first thing you're going to start to worry about is, are they that careful and are they that open if they say, don't investigate us? So this is just part of our attempt to try to find some accountability and some evidence, some information about what happened to our daughter.
All right, Mr. Corrie, we sure do hope you keep us updated on that trial. Thanks so much.